So the taxi business, yeah, it finally showed up like 2 weeks ago. Before I begin this video, I want to apologize for the lateness in this video. I definitely would have gotten to it sooner, but I really wasn't sure if I wanted to make a video on this. So picking up cab fares is not exactly a very lucrative business unless they have something in place to incentivize you actually doing these, like unlockables or something like that. I don't really see a reason to actually do these missions other than that. I mean, it's very simple to get started up. All you have to do is show up to the downtown cab company and start working, and it's pretty easy. It is kind of weird how it won't let you actually do taxi work if you're registered as a CEO or MC president. This is like one of the first businesses to ever do that, so that's pretty weird. But I feel like to make this business more lucrative, maybe they should add like a feature where you can actually purchase the cab company. If they implement purchasing a cab company, I think it should come with a free cab that you can pick up rather than purchasing the cab at worst stock, because I think it is very stupid buying the cab, especially since it costs $600,000. And of course, I believe it does go down to a little bit more than $480,000 if you were to do 10 cab fares, but it's still very hard to see that that's worth it. So I think actually purchasing the building should give you a free cab, and it should give you the capability to actually run cab fares if you choose, rather than just reporting to work. And of course, the fast travel feature should be automatically implemented when you call a cab, regardless whether or not you purchase a building. But also, you should be able to do it wherever you want, rather than just a selected location. Now, I didn't try this fast travel feature because I just kind of feel like it's stupid, but that 48-minute cooldown time is completely absurd, and they should just completely take that out. And of course, I know you're probably thinking about people using this to grief players somehow. Well, I don't really see this as being a problem, because I think they should implement something where, you know, if you call a cab and then you shoot somebody or you fire your weapon at all, then the cab driver will just get scared and he will just drive off or something of that nature. And of course, if you shoot out of the cab, it'll automatically boot you out of it and completely disable the feature altogether, if that's not already implemented. Like I said before, I haven't tried this out at all. But continuing to talk about purchasing the cab company, if you do this, then it should give you some sort of daily earnings. I mean, maybe it won't be that much, maybe like $50,000 a day or something like that. And then of course you can still pick up your taxi fares if you choose to, but if not, that's completely up to you. But the way that it sits now, truthfully, it's almost exactly like the original taxi jobs that you would do in the OG GTA games. Except in the original GTA games, the money was actually worth it because there really wasn't a whole lot to buy in these games and everything was not as expensive. I guess it wasn't exactly like these OG games because you would get like 12 or 20 or even maybe $40 at like the maximum. But in this game, you do actually get a lot more than what was actually given in the original games. But still, in this game, however, in 2023, this probably is the worst business in the game. Truthfully, if they really want to make this somewhat appealing for now, they should implement something passive like I explained kind of earlier. Maybe give them an option to actually purchase a building, kind of like how Franklin does in the story mode. And I mean, of course, Franklin only accumulates $2,000 a week, so obviously your GTA Online character should accumulate a lot more considering the inflation of the online. So I think something like them adding a safe or something like that so that you can pick up $50,000 every 48 minutes would be a little more lucrative. And to incentivize this even more, $50,000 would be the cap. So every 48 minutes you would have to go and actually pick it up, or you just won't make any more than $50,000. Maybe Rockstar should really think about it, or not. It's not like they half-assed listen to their fans. So truthfully, my final impression of this whole thing is that I believe something like this should have really been added way back in 2013. This should have been one of the first things that you can do in GTA Online, because I think back in 2013, players would have loved this, and back in 2013, players would have thought that this was a lot of money, and that is something that should have been added then, but not literally 10 years later. So good job, Rockstar, for giving us something that was lucrative 10 years ago.